My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Cultist Simulator, where we set up a hell of a lot of things to start at the start of this episode. We are joining to glorious lore. We are entering the White Door with the Ascent, and we are trying to uncover another location in Land Beyond Forest. These stories that are forbidden and the most apt ones for us to read, William Gore. We've read that before. Beautiful. All right, let's immediately get back to work at the Institute. Keep that money coming. Hopefully this only asks for reason and passion again, because I got those. Okay. Furtive Truth. I kind of want to just take that straight up. Awesome. Now, what location did we get? We got... Okay, we did get a new one. We got Grunwald's Permanent Circus. And it can only exist once. Okay, cool. Right. A tiny city of patched tents around a whitewashed farm. Hunched performers shiver in the dripping rain. Frau Grunwald has dedicated her considerable fortune to the maintenance of this institution. Who knows why the circus performers dislike trespassers behind the scenes. Okay. I think I'm actually just going to explore with the Furtive Truth now. Try and find another expedition. I'm really glad this immediately asked for erudition. Super handy. It's definitely a thing that I could have reasonably provided. And, oh, we didn't get to join them. Really? Imagine my surprise. Well, now we have erudition, so maybe. Fleeting memory as well as a consciousness of radiance. I'm looking for restlessness, which I believe this is about to give me. Quickly pause time so that I can check out. We got Gladwin Lake as well. Beautiful. That gave us restlessness, so now we can use that to ascend Porter. Bad news. I need the promising research to fail before I can do this. Oh, I made a mistake. We're going to lose that restlessness. It's just going to become... Oh, no. Don't even have anyone else to ascend right now. Yep, became dread. And it immediately goes into this. Damn it. Well, this is about to give us another restlessness. So I think it's actually time to start buying some opium as well. We're going to need that contentment. Call it a hunch. You want glimmering? Glimmering, my friend. At the very least, this is going to give me another contentment. Beautiful, beautiful. Although this restlessness is going to pop and immediately go in there, probably. Actually, no, this contentment will rule out that dread, and before even this dread gets taken, that'll disappear. We'll be fine. Okay, we did get... Ooh. Fanian Invocation. Use this in a rite with a Noctool or a Thrilling Air, or other resources of equal power to summon a hint from behind mirrors. Gross. I have no clue what you're asking for. Okay, let's use dread and contentment here to clear our minds. Immediately go back to the Institute. All right. Is there anything in particular I desperately need to do right now? Across this board? I mean... Get more people. I want to talk publicly about some esoteric matters. So I can try and pick up some more people. And at the same rate... Actually, you know what? Stag Door Riddle. Is it Watchman's Secret? No, it's not. Oh no, it's the other thing. I need this back. Damn it! No! Damn it. We're gonna fail this. Is there anything that I have new since last time? I guess I've never shown you this. This is not the answer. Yeah, I've shown you the rest of these, I believe. Yeah, they're not the answer. Damn it. Crowds of sleep, the head is silent, the door remains closed. I now drift into other dreams. Nightmare, the cleansing dawn, the sun is rising, it won't spare me. And we get fascination. Pope Clifton, an acquaintance. A bellowing and unorthodox Catholic with a mystic streak and an untrimmed beard. You might be able to recruit them. This is an influence, so I could just use fascination. Yeah, let's do that. Although I use it on Porter. So let us get the Mirror of Glory, use Porter here, use Fanian Invocation. So it's a fascination just to get rid of it. And I'll try and also ascend Pope. Get a bunch more people so that I can try and succeed all of these different expeditions I keep going on. Okay. He navigates. Now you are the map. He illuminates you with the darkness. Yes, we've seen that before, but what does Porter now have? Porter goes unnoticed until he's ready. Okay, so it's stealth, effectively. He's stealthy. Gladwin Lake is beneath the stark slopes of the fells. The mist-wreathed surface of the lake waits. There was a twin altar here before the Romans came, and a legend of a serpent who was set to defile that altar. Right, who do I want to lead? Prunvold's permanent circus. They dislike trespassers behind the scenes. Whitewash tent. I am going to send Porter, as well as I believe Clovette. And 2 money, and we'll see how this goes. Expeditions need at least 1 funds per obstacle. Followers will defeat obstacles. If you run out of funds or followers, the expedition ends. Okay, got it. Hey, there's a restlessness. Beautiful. Let's use that to ascend Pope immediately. We can even do that to do it without invoking Anti-Lantern Law. Gold scrap, sure. More than happy to take it because I'm going to be using that for finding different locations. There's some more money in there right now. Entirely unnecessary, but doing it nonetheless. The Rhapsody story. Pope Clifton, a believer. You are... Oh, your lantern. Now Clifton improvises new prayers rich with solar metaphors. He still shouts like a soldier and drinks like a sailor. Okay. Let's work out so that we can get some vitality to knock out this affliction that we're about to gain. Awake, awake. They're upon us that way quickly. A likely deception. Watchers. They can be fought, seduced, or deceived. Okay. There's also worms in the world. We need lantern or moth to suppress this curse. It will not keep us from our goal. Okay. So... Lantern or moth. Okay, we do have some moth already on the mission. I could give you one who has 2 lantern and a knock. No, not interested. Yeah. Oh, no, not interested. All right, we'll just see if any of these are going to affect the given outcome. Apparently not. Throw more money into it, because why not? Got way too much money. Their bewilderment is our opportunity. Will pass in silent secrecy. Okay, so we beat it with the moths. Beautiful. Gotta make sure everything's continuing, although I am going to need to rest pretty soon for this affliction. Health and vitality back. Sure, I'm gonna throw some more money in. Probably nothing to really be studying right now. A peculiar rumor. I really like those, actually. Although they keep giving me notoriety, but we don't have any notorious evidence. Notorious E-V-I-D-E-N-C-E. We don't have any at the moment, so we should be okay. The hour called Laughing Thrush may be implored to carry this curse away. We will probably be safe. And this is Lantern or Moth suppress it. I can just throw you in. You're a bit more Lantern to try and help us succeed it. And there is a price to be paid when one trespasses in a place like this. Someday soon, the curse will tighten around us. The curse clings. Damn. Ah, crumbs. Oh, butts. We should get that Affliction of Vitality in here quickly. We don't want any decrepitude. Treasure lies before us. There is a price to be paid when one trespasses in a place like this. Okay, never mind. We don't need that. Something's come back with this. I glimpse subtle movement in the world, like the floaters, which sometimes move through the eye, but slyer. Sometimes, too, I hear them. Pop you all the way up there. You are a weird one, friend. All right. And there. Beautiful. Well, at least it looks like everyone's coming back alive. Okay. After the circus. In the striped tent, coiling tetralogies behind smeared and murky glass. In the grey tent, dripping fog that nuzzles us like a hunting cat. Fog rank as an animal. In the black and starred tent, wonderful meshes of orrery and sculpture spangled with costume gems. In the red tent, and the snozzberries. Tastes like snozzberries. I'm gonna stack that health high. In the red tent, a madness of paper. The circus folk have pasted diagram-crowded paper to every surface, the anatomies of time, the dissections of old weather. This place stinks of nowhere with a capital N. We should burn it when we leave. A trestle table holds an unceremonious muddle of trophies and keepsakes. Okay. Well, in standard tradition, I'm going to be drawing these out manually, just so that I can make sure that I don't miss anything important. Clovets and then Porter. We get 4 things. Ooh, we got Jumble. What is Jumble? Old clothes near worthless accessories. It might pick up a few pennies somewhere, but it's of little use to me. Okay, that's going to go with something deep, right? The garbage. The Journal of Alessandro Lacroche. Labitic? Labtic grains? I'm assuming the H is just Labitic grains? Writhing call. Lay your hand on the tattered folds and feel their warmth. Leave your hand upon it and explore the possibilities of embrace. And the grains, Labtites are the youngest of the Lionsmith's servants. When rendered to powder, they retain their potency but not their beauty. And this isn't even written in a different thing. Oh, whoa. Prince Alessandro Lacroche spent years in secret study of the texts. Sorry, the tablets taken from the Fucine marches in central Italy. His work will allow you to decipher Fucine texts. Okay, so it's actually deciphering. Awesome. It has something in common with Latin and something else in common with the scratchings of maddened rats. Develop an understanding of the long-dead Fucine language. Don't mind if I do. And we got notoriety from that. I should have checked that. Actually, because that's the first time I've seen that event, and I didn't check it. Damn. Place behind desire. I mean, we've got 2 glimmering right now, but we would need like 8 glimmering to ascend our fevered imagination. So probably not really worth doing that right now. Let's go the way of the white door and just ascend. Just trying to pick up new lore, I guess. Okay. In places, it overlaps with languages I know. In other places, well, I can see why they call it the tongue of witches, but I can understand well enough now. I can understand it well enough now. Beautiful. We've got a new location, a forgotten Mithraeum. Okay, I kind of want to go to Gladwin Lake right now, but the curse? What is the curse? Because a curse came back with me, right? And I have had no ill effects. I'm just terrified what's going to happen when it turns up. You have nothing to take from me. Beautiful. We're about to have some restlessness. It's not a great thing. Getting rid of this notoriety is going to be an issue. Yeah, I think we should just immediately go out on another mission. Go to Gladwin Lake. This one... I was trying to read the lore to see if I could get any information about who I might want to send. I don't know if I have any specific ideas of how to actually handle who I send initially. I don't know if any of them are particularly useful either. So. An icy atmosphere, definitely not. Fascination's not great. Fascination's not great. Well, at the very least, I can use the dread I'm about to get from this restlessness to knock that out. Okay. Younger sister, a serpent. The serpent watches us closely, swaying its great head without edge or knock. Edge or knock. God, why do I feel like we actually don't have either? Because we don't. We have exactly one edge. Oh, crumbs. I think maybe I had edge or knock before, but I've screwed it. We might defeat the serpent. We might regret trying. I think we have to do that. Gotta try. Percipient Disciple wasn't particularly important anyway. Serpent rolls and roars. Its death throes shake the earth. It's dying. We will pass. Holy crumbs, it worked. I'm going to speak of esoteric matters because we need more people. I mean, we need more lambs to the slaughter. Wait, hang on. No, opposite way around. Meant the first one. Okay, we got our dread back, but that's okay because we just got contentment. So we use the dread to take care of the fascination. We use the contentment to take care of the dread. The chapel route. There are ruins beneath the water, just beneath at wading depth. The lake has risen a little in all these years, but not enough to keep us out. Okay, that's passion, so that means it's an acquaintance rather than a patron. That's handy. These patrons suck. Whoa! Really? Okay, this quickly? The chapel's crypt is flooded, and the water soupy with old corpse matter, but at last we bring up a wax-sealed coffer. 18th century, no older than that. Let's see what's inside. Some notoriety is inside. Oh, weird. Let's take some more funds, as well as Clavet, Porter, and now we have our rewards. Kyone at Abdos. A play dealing with a 9-year sojourn of snow goddess in the Thracian city... Thracian city of Abdos by Apollo Fireweaver. It enjoyed success in London in its 1892 edition, but when it was republished from, apparently, an older Greek text. Or when it was published, apparently, from an older Greek text. All right. The Tantra of Worms. The entomologist Juliana Zawitowski. Although it's like V for W, right? Because it's a Polish name. Zawitowski. I will never know. Eventually came to insist that this text, gosh, I really need to have these tooltips last longer, that this text was written by insects inhabiting a human skin. She has never presented her evidence for a claim. And the twin serpent tantra, a tantra shrouded in particular obscurity. All of these are Sanskrit as well. Sure. Put these down here. Now, where's the first one? Ah, Kyone at Abdos. Cool. Let's read this. An entry called Kyone arrives. An entity, sorry. It's difficult to see because there's probably a bug that's making this not look as bright as it should. The entity called Kyone arrives in a blizzard and demands the city gates are barred. As Abdos falls under her spell, the dead return but do not speak. Again, let's go to work. I'm probably also going to go the way to the woods with passion. 2 of my notoriety have disappeared. There's still 1, though. And we've made an acquaintance. There's just a hanger on. That's unfortunate. Put the lantern all the way up here. Light in the skull. I may recall additional scraps of knowledge. But I should... yeah, probably just wait. Unfortunately, this notoriety is about to make evidence, which is not good. Okay. For 8 years, the city is a place of slow death, frozen ecstasy, and silent beauty. But in the 9th year, a conspiracy of shouts is mounted against the quiet that Kyone demands. The conspirators open the city gates, and a scarred man comes to drag Kyone out by the hair. Summer returns, but the conspirators die of remorse. We get a white ceremony, which we already have one of. Of which we already have one. I mean, I could just join those. Seems a good idea. I mean, we have an erudition sitting around at the moment, so sure. These are the words which chill the air and drink the color of my skin. The ragged lord. Occult scrap. I hate that it keeps putting it all the way down there. Let's use the occult scrap to explore, find a new secret place. That temptation gives us a restlessness, so now we can start ascending our hanger-on. Perfect. Add that to the passion stack. All right, we've gotten a pawn and a mirror of glory. The pawn has exactly 1 edge. All right. Need to make a larger personnel section. I need to fundamentally restructure this. Like, this was good initially, but it's untenable because I didn't know that, for example, I didn't know that I was going to get this much lore. I didn't know that I was going to run out of books. I didn't know that locations were going to start being important. I didn't know that I was going to have more different kinds of currency. And I didn't know how many people I would be picking up. But with all that information now, we should really be doing something different. Cater and Hero Limited. It's been abandoned since the explosion when both the owners died. The machine stands silent. The building is a collapsing shell. Mr. Cater was known to display peculiar trinkets in his office. Perhaps some yet remain. May well do. Whoop. Ah, there we go. The erudition just disappeared under that for a second. Okay. I mean, like, I'm really tempted just to go out on one of these missions, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's send Porter and Pope as a believer. I wouldn't leave her if I tried, or rather, I couldn't leave her if I tried. Let's just send people. We'll send different people afterwards if it's necessary. Alright, what do you want? Nothing right now. I'll give you money. Just for funsies. Alright, the intellect's light. Sure. That's our 3rd insight as well. The Madrigard is an hour of forge as well as winter. Her power might quiet the unsteady earth. Will probably be fine. Now, I've forge, but I've also winter, so I could just send Violet. The one who quells and quiets. I mean, I could also send the Percipients. No, I couldn't. Right, I forgot about that. I could send Pope. Apparently not. Pope is Lantern? Okay, I don't have any extra forge. I do have extra winter. I'll send that. All right. Make sure that I immediately work at the Institute again. See what happened. We're mud splattered and thorn scratched, but we've made it through. Beautiful. Okay, we've increased our ragged lore in operation of the declining sun. Sure. Now, here, it's time to join them. Yay, let's go. What? Beautiful. Throw some more money in just in case, and probably time to go like the woods. I don't know. May as well. It's not a high reward, and the thing is, oftentimes it gives me garbage, so I don't really know how much longer I want to be doing exactly that for. There's our reason. Quickly grab that all back up. I should start moving these further out. Make space for all of the different things that we're going to need to keep at the top there. All right. You want reason? Yeah, easy. Whoa, hang on. We've already gotten it. 2 floorboards lift away to reveal a hollow beneath Cater's desk. The rats have made free with the biscuits he stored there against the peckishness which haunts the entrepreneur, but they could not penetrate this iron lockbox. A moment with a crowbar will open it. Okay, so we get 3 things. Probably some junk. Gain porter back. Okay, we got piebald pigment from the crushed wings of rare lepidopterans. Painting black or painting white, this is the stuff you'll see right. Put that all the way over the end. Traveling at night, the annotated dream journals of Christopher Elopoli, sometimes called the only readable occultist. Illiterate, entertaining, bewildering. This is the 3rd volume. And Refulgen. A white so pure that it remains visible in even utter darkness. Another pigment. Okay. That wasn't bad. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with that stuff, but it wasn't bad. That always scares me every single time without fail. At the very least, I have the ability to track down the rumor right now rather than gaining a rumor that I can't do anything with. Gosh, I really need to clean this board up in between episodes. I was going to do it last episode, but then I immediately felt like I needed to start recording again because I like the game and I'm addicted. Research needs a glimmering? Yeah, it's not going to happen, bud. So, yeah. Work or don't. I don't care. Just do one or the other. Oh, it worked. Or it didn't. Never mind, it didn't. That makes sense. We've got some more notoriety. But we got Rhaenyra, an acquaintance. Rhaenyra has been found not guilty 3 times in separate jurisdictions. She will likely never be found guilty of anything. That's a handy friend to have. Also an affliction over here I should immediately get rid of. Alright, let's read Traveling at Night. Alopoli's disquisitions on fire and the unburnt god are interrupted by passages of distractingly erotic poetry addressed to Baldemera. Perfect. Again, work at the Institute. This is, yeah, these things are too far off screen right now because I do need to have them near enough by that I see where they're going, in general at least. So we've gained some restlessness, so I'll use that to ascend our pawn. Gain some health back as well. Beautiful. Erudition we've gotten back. Ooh! Hang on. To reach the stag door, I believe all you really need is to want something enough, but I've never wanted anything that much, except of course Baldemera. I'm afraid that this knot in the story might be this. What Baldemera wants is the stag door. But here's what I learnt in Persia. Perhaps it'll teach you what you want. Oh, it's just it's a low-level Smith's secret? I'm mad. I'm furious, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Let's do some Sanskrit translations on these texts. I mean, I guess right now, probably the best thing I could do is just go on another expedition. All right, Porter and Violet, maybe? Curiosity Seekers picked over the ancient temple, but there may be a hidden door here somewhere. Okay, so maybe not you. Maybe Tristan. I'm convinced that the Mytharium will hold secrets that its discoverers never found. It's unlikely to be dangerous, but the search will require funds. More than happy to do so. I might have too many. Okay, I've gotten an erratic disciple, loyal if peculiar, even for one of our kind. Okay, I'm going to send that person on the mission because they are now a resource that I don't care to lose because they are running out of time in this world. Oh, that one's translated already? It is written in Sanskrit. Oh, I'm using Scholar Latin right now. That's my bad. Okay. Collect that and just some fleeting memory. Not bad. There must be a door here. Without lantern or knock, we can't uncover it. We carry light. We might find this hidden door. It'll be a struggle. I mean, I don't have knock, so you're gonna have to just deal, my dudes. I could send my Percipient as well. Where is it? We could use more knock or lantern. I mean, I've got some lantern that I'll send in. It's okay. The backup is coming. Okay. Damning evidence! Oh no. Earth Gate. Oh no, it will not harbor me. With damning evidence, the Suppression Bureau will be able to convict you. Evidence may survive the death of the hunter who created it. Crumbs. Read the Twin Serpent Tantra. The Tantra describes the great hooded princes, a dynasty of princes of unclear origin, engaging in prayers, sacrifice, and poetry in honor of the Key Serpent, the Crossroad Twins, and the Mirror Queen. Nagi encircle. Nagi arise from the wounds. Nagi spare those who are already harmed. Well. See, the thing about that is, what am I gonna do? Like, what is gonna take the evidence? Because does it have to ascend to another level? Or is there a check that needs to somehow turn up? Because I've never seen anything interact with evidence except for the hunter upgrading it and generating it. Okay. The Great Hooded Princes are described as having escaped from the history of their death to a history where they yet live. The text claims that there are now 108 of them, but in one of many instances of twinnedness, before they crossed from their death chronicle, there were only 54. We got a Menesket invocation and rite of the Mother's Mercy. The assistant is offered in sacrifice to the Mother of Ants. But the mother knows healing as well as poison, and she will be merciful, accepting the substitute of a lesser offering, usually. The experience is not reassuring for the assistant. Well, nearly every summoning rite requires knock influences law provided. Okay, cool. Well, we got a new thing. That's good. The Tantra of Worms. This Tantra explains various less than practical countermeasures against the worms, the serpents which are not serpents. Moth and Winter are closest to them, and so understand their weaknesses, but both have their own perils. The lioness crushes them, but that's not recommended for mortals. I am going to go to the white door again, because I have gotten favors from that before. Oh, crumbs. What is happening here? My adversary has convinced the Suppression Bureau to consider my case. The Bureau is charged with punishment of the less usual type of criminal, the criminal whose crimes may exist only in dreams. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. A trial. The Suppression Bureau is seeking a follower of mine for questioning. If they can't find one, they'll come after me directly. Oh, no, 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 no. Tantra of the Wave Worms. We've got an operation of behind the sun. But we'll read this thing first. The worms have always been eager to inhabit us. Here are the practices which make us inhospitable to them. There are diagrams. The diagrams are not good to look upon, and none of the practices they depict would allow the subject to survive. I mean, if they're about to ask for another follower and I send my only other follower away... Oh, no. The Suppression Bureau is bringing a follower to trial. There are crimes the state does not openly recognize. My follower has been implicated in one of these. The Suppression Bureau holds its trials in closed court, and they are not merciful. Unless I can take advantage of a connection, I may lose the follower forever. We do not have a favor from authority. Damn it. Well, time to get some new followers. Who'd you take as well? You did not take Connie Lee, but you took Clovette. Damn it, I love Clovette. Oh, I'm mad about that. Although she's never been particularly useful. But still. Meh. Faint lies in stone, a surface that yields to pressure. We've found it. The hidden door moves with a grating shudder and shower of dust. The evidence is going to come back after that, right? It's not just going to get one of my followers and do nothing else. Okay, it's been downgraded to tentative evidence. My follower has been locked away in a prison and there are no visiting rights, and even the date of release is obscured. The Bureau's appetite is satisfied for the moment, but what did my follower tell them? They've only got tentative evidence at the moment, so I have to imagine not much. Well, I lost a follower. Well, that sucks. Alright. If we now get... I'll just take the first of truth. I was about to say, if we now get something that gives us a favor, I'm going to feel mad. Alright. The deeper sanctuary. The altar tilts back like a jaw. Behind it is the pyramid space, where only the sun hunters and dawn givers might go. But others have been here too, much more than recently. They've left their treasures. God damn it. Okay, so it's these things that are giving me the notoriety that is really kind of getting me down here. At least I've gotten all of my people back. All right. A Noonstone. Okay, we've one of those already. We'll stack those high. We also got a Shaven Lock Tantra. And on Matthias and the Amethyst Imago, loss. Is this loss? The diagrams and illustrations, even across the centuries, are elegant, hypnotic, occasionally erotic in Aramaic. We do not have Aramaic. The language of Aram and all her many children, these 3,000 years and more. All right. Well, we don't have Aramaic, so we can't read that yet. But this is in Sanskrit, so we'll translate that immediately. As well as search for a new location using the furtive truth. And let's speak publicly of esoteric matters. Because I am not afraid of anything. It's an easy fleeting memory. We've got the Shaven Lock Tantra. Also known as the one who's shaven his hair. This, the story goes, is the law that even the shape-changing Venaris rejected. The Tantra speak glowingly of those who are prepared to abandon their old self in order to seek a new and higher self. It warns that once the change has truly begun, past the third mark, a return to the old self is dangerous and painful. We found a new location of Lockwood Fen. I think, for the moment, that's going to be where we leave it. We've lost a follower, but we're trying to build up an entirely new army of them. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Cultist Simulator. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.